Hey, this is mono green Broly. It's a pretty good control deck, kind of aggressive. The whole goal of it is to rip card out of your opponent's hands, out of their hand. I'm sorry, and just gain overall advantage over it. So what the leader does says that this card cannot type battle cards, which kind of hinders it. But the awakened side will show you what else it does to help that out. So when it attacks, its auto is that when this card attacks, each player chooses one card from their hand and places it in the drop area. So the only way to help yourself out is if you play Broly's Ring. Broly's Ring says that your hand isn't affected by your leader's skills. So when you attack, you don't have to discard any cards from your hand. He awakens at 4 and flip him over draw 2, same as any other leader. Now when the awakened side attacks, you draw one card. Then each player sends one card from their hand and battle area to the drop area. So one thing I didn't know about this card is that you can even send Broly's Ring out, which makes it more balanced than it used to be. Because I used to think that I'd only send battle cards, but this card is placed in the battle area, so it helps you get rid of problematic cards. So not too bad of a leader. Main deck, you play 4 Broly's Ring. You have to play it. If you don't play it, then your hand's just gonna be
just staple.
Yeah, it's just an overall staple. You have to play this card at 4. Then you play 2 Paragus. This card tutors out Broly's Ring straight from the deck. You play it, discard a card from your hand, and activate 1 Broly's Ring straight from the deck. So it helps you get that last ditch effort if you don't have Broly's Ring first turn. If this is your second turn in play, you just drop this, get the Broly's Ring. So it's pretty good for that.
Alright, question. Why do you only play 2?
You only want to play 2 because if you open Broly's Ring and you see this card in your hand, this is like a dead draw. And I want to get the ring faster, even though Paragus helps that out, but seeing multiple copies of Paragus doesn't really do much for you. It's just just a dead draw if you have Ring out already. So that's why I play the 2 of the Paragus.
Okay.
Next, you play 4 of this. This card's actually pretty good. So whenever it dies, you can discard one card from your hand and play it. So what a pretty cool combo with this. If this is awakened, you play this card, right? You attack the leader, and then you swing with Broly. Broly has to send one from the battle area, so you send this from the battle area. Then it's auto. You discard a card from your hand, play it back, and then you can just swing again. So that could be 3 life you're gonna take. So this card's pretty good. Next, you play 4 of the 2-drop Goku. This is just regular draw power,
Staple.
Yeah, it's just staple in green decks. You gotta play 4 of it. Helps you dig faster for Ring and other cards you need. Play 2 Tien. It's a pretty good card. It's good for spot removal, head to get rid of things. You want stuff awaken quickly. Helps with that too. It's just a overall good staple. Next, you play 3 Go Tanks. I like playing 3. I used to play 4, but I found consistency issues with it. So 3 is just a good number. Its auto is that whenever it attacks, your opponent, well, actually when it attacks a leader, your opponent has to discard a card from your hand. So it applies more pressure with the leader, and yeah, you just gain more hand advantage over it. So pretty good card at 3.
That plus the Broly is
Yeah. Then you play 2 of the evolved Go Tanks. This card's actually pretty good. When you play it,
Yeah, hurt.
oh yeah,
That card's pretty good.
oh yeah. So when you play it, you take to your energy, put them to
I think I
active,
said that in my video too.
and you draw 1 card. So you gotta play it. Helps you reset energy, lets you do more plays if you want to. Has double strike. You can evolve for 4, but I've never evolved this card. But it's too good not to play. And then you play 2 of the new Go Tanks. I used to play 3, but I just didn't. I don't know. This card is situational. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good card, but I never found myself ever doing the evolve for it. I just play it, but it's good because you play the Go Tens and the Trunks, so you're gonna get both effects off. So it's a pretty good card.
Have you ever played it against anyone or no?
I played once or twice. I'm not too sure. But usually, if you're gonna play, you're usually like you're at a good spot. You're gonna go for game. So this kind of just pushes for it, and it's a pretty good card. So two is a good number for it. Then you play the 4 KOs. This card's really good. I mean, it's a staple in green decks. Good removal. Lets you draw. I wouldn't play any other number than 4. 3 is fine. You could manage with 3.
The crit is good because you are already discarding cards too. So
Yeah, crit's actually pretty good. And the auto effect, I love how if you only have 5 cards in your hand or less than you draw when it attacks, you just draw 1 card. So it's just a really good card in that meta right now. And then you play for BROLY. This helps you search out your evolution line. This is like you want to play this card turn 1. You usually want to play it when you have like your opponent has less cards in hand because then you want to evolve right over it. So it just tutors out your other BROLY. So staple, you can play 4. I'm only playing 3 bio BROLY. 3 is just a perfect number. I used to play 4, but 4 was kind of just too cloggy for me. I wouldn't play anything less than 3. But when you play this card, actually when you evolve it, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hand and discards them. And he has double strike. So this card is just really good evolving for 4. And it's just a good beater. Then you play 3 of the Rampaging Horror. I used to play 4. 4 was a good number. 3 is just fine. If you play 4, it's going to get a little cloggy. When you play this card or evolve it, you choose up to 2 cards in your opponent's hand and you discard them. So it's just a really good card. Usually if I'm playing this, it's like my win condition because if I bring this out, most of the time people just scoop or I have the game. So it's just too much of a good card to play. Then you play 3 Go-Tens. This kind of helps with like blockers and all that. Just a staple card in green. People play 2. I like 3. 3 is fine for me.
this all helps with the go tanks.
Yeah, helps with Go-Tanks. They're 6 drops, so you can get his autos off in effect. So it's pretty good. Then you play 4 your 10k boost, just a staple. You gotta play 4. Helps with your 6 drop Go-Tanks and. Yeah, you just overall just play it. For full power energy, this card's really good early game. If your opponent like keeps dropping boos and they will like want to keep them on field to combo with them, you can just negate your opponent's leader's attacks and get rid of the boos so they have nothing to combo with. And it's just really overall really good.
Also gets rid of combo.
Yes. And the last 2 cards of the deck, you play 2 Cell Absorption. I really like this card because it combos off well with your Bio BROLY or your Rampaging Heart, because if your opponent, let's say, has 2 cards in hand, play the Bio BROLY, attack for double strike, they take the 2 cards in their hand. You just play Cell Absorption, they discarded 2 cards, they just add them. So it's actually really good. I pull it off sometimes, not all the time, but when it pops up, it's just a really good card. I only play 2. 2 is fine. 3... You don't really want to see this card too often. If you can pull the play with the Bio or the Rampaging, it's actually really good.
Also, if you play that on curve with your 3 drop go tanks, and that with your go tanks and your BROLY leader you're taking like 5 cards out of their hand.
Yeah, so it's just a really aggressive card to play in the deck. So there you guys have it. That's mono green BROLY. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah.